Hey, it's Laptop Shopping Buddy. I'm going to be going over the Lenovo Y50 gaming laptop. This is a 59441-555 version. I left a link in the description below to get the best discount going on right now. And there's also a lot of people talking about this model, so be sure to check that out. This model is running the Intel Core i7-4720HQ. It's a 4th generation Core i7, so it's running the Haswell architecture. And it has turbo boost up to 3.6 GHz with a base clock speed of 2.6 GHz. And this just means it could dynamically increase or decrease depending on what you're doing. And as you can see from the CPU benchmark.net score, it's right up at the top with a score of 8,228. So this thing can handle extremely demanding software or multitasking very easily. So there's 8GB of DDR3 RAM, so again, great for multitasking, and for most users 8GB is plenty, even for gaming. The GPU is the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 860M, and as you can see, it could handle most games on medium or high settings smoothly. GTA 5, it can handle medium settings at 124.8 frames per second. High settings at 36.4 frames per second, so not great on the 1080p resolution. Battlefield Hardline, it could run high settings at 44.5 frames per second. Medium settings at 96 frames per second with a 1366 by 768 resolution. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, 84 frames per second on low settings. 56 frames per second on medium settings, and 39 on 1080p on high settings. And here's some lower demand games. FIFA 2014, it could handle on ultra settings at 83 frames per second. Shadow of Mordor, medium settings at 62 frames per second. And FIFA 2015, 102 frames per second on ultra setting. So as you can see, it ranges between medium and ultra settings depending on the game. Higher demand games, medium settings, and lower demand games, ultra settings. So that should give you a good ballpark idea of what you can expect in terms of gaming performance. One thing I really like about this Lenovo is the hybrid 1TB plus 8GB SSHD. And this means that there's a 8GB solid state portion so Windows can access and store cache files very quickly. And you also get the added benefit of the spacious 1TB hard drive, which you do need for a gaming machine because you're going to be installing a lot of games, which tends to take up a lot of space. So the 8GB portion will increase your boot up times and your overall performance in the operating system. So notable features is a 15.6 inch 1080p display, so you get that high pixel density, which is great if you're a graphics designer, or you need to have that workflow where you can have multiple windows up at the same time. With lower resolution screens, you just can't do this. One small window can take up a large portion. So the 1080p resolution is a huge benefit. You expect about 5 hours of battery life. Obviously, if you're gaming, it's not going to be 5 hours, so you're going to want to leave that plugged into an outlet. On average, you expect about 5 hours for basic tasks like browsing, office tasks, or whatever. This model also comes with an external DVD-RW drive. So this is a USB drive, you just plug it in, you can install your games. And when you're not using it, you can just store it away. So there's also a 720p HD webcam, and then it also has a backlit keyboard, which I think is a must for a gaming laptop. I personally like to game in the dark most of the time, so I wouldn't be able to live without that backlit keyboard. For a gaming laptop, the weight is respectable at just 5.3 pounds. Most gaming laptops are 6 pounds and above, and I know a lot of Alienwares are around 8 pounds, so this one definitely has the edge in terms of weight. There's 2 USB 3 ports, 1 USB 2 port, and RJ45, and there's also an HDMI out port, so you can easily hook up to that external display. So to conclude, this is a solid mid-range gaming laptop for the price. It has a fast Core i7 processor, 8GB of RAM, and it also has that 860M GPU. Be sure to check out that link in the description below for a 14% discount. You can also see exactly what other users are saying about this model. I hope you found this quick overview helpful.